being submitted to the state, regional, and national executive leadership of the NAACP for review with regard to official grievance and complaint procedure relative to incursion and breach of protocol regarding the local NAACP elections procedures. As the Cleveland branch office, as the Cleveland NAACP office, branch number 3176. It has come to our attention that there have been several significant and egregious missteps with regard to the local election process, including but not limited to the following. Actions of certain NAACP officers, committee members, and members regarding qualification requirements to serve on the nominating committee, at which time the NAACP secretary or director are required to have a complete membership list of individuals eligible for service on said nominating committee. List was not present during general membership meeting. And then there's a italics. At the September meeting of the general membership in even numbered years, 2014, 2016, and 2018, etc., a nominating committee shall be elected composed of not less than 5 and not more than that 15 member of the branch in good standing. Not more than 2 members of the nominating committee shall be officers or members of the executive committee. The term members in good standing for this purpose means that a member must have been a member at least 30 days prior to the date he or she is elected to the nominating committee. Within 10 days of the election of the nominating committee, the branch secretary shall call the first meeting of the committee, provide the committee with an up-to-date list of current officers, members of the executive committee, the number of terms served, membership eligibility, and attendance records. Number 2, need to address issue of failure of administration to fully notify all exec committee and general members of meetings set forth for this purpose. There was a good deal of ambiguity with regard to general meeting dubbed as a criminal justice forum, where executive committee business was conducted. Meeting held on Monday, August 11, 2014, seeing closed. Also, issue of notification in paper not executed by governing leadership authorized to do so. Number 3, need to address issue of Honorable Judge Sarah J. Harper, retired, originally seated to serve as chair of nominating committee, initially installed as a 7-member committee, 2 of whom were not able to serve, reducing the committee to 5, whereupon Judge Harper elected to recuse herself from service, thereby reducing the committee to 4 members who are attempting to move forward with the business relative to the election of, relative to the election in direct violation of a numerical requirement for a nominating committee stated in local NAACP bylaws. View all enclosures. Our objective in calling for a national review and monitoring of the local electoral process and procedure is in no way personal. We merely seek to ensure that all processes and procedures conducted in conjunction with the electoral process fully comport to the legal requirements of the local, state, regional, and federal NAACP mandates to avoid any semblance of illegality or impropriety. For these reasons and others to be delineated, we respectfully ask the federal oversight by the NAACP national leadership as it relates to governance of the local branch election process. Please review correspondence and all attachments as we look forward to hearing from you regarding this and other issues at your earliest convenience. We, the undersigned, hereby affirm our agreement with these oversight issues and do hereby sign a signature. So it's Hilton Smith, Reverend Hilton Smith, President, Reverend Dr. E. Theophilus Cabinets, First Vice President, Bishop F.E. Perry, Second Vice President, Honorable Judge Sarah J. Harper, retired Third Vice President, Marcia L. McCoy, Assistant Secretary. So in my conversation, and that's the letter, although I do not have the attachments that is referred to in this particular letter. I will ask Reverend Ford to please send that as well, so that we will have all the information for the record. But he has informed me that they are temporarily suspending our election process, and they will be holding a meeting, I guess, at the national level tomorrow. And at that time, that there will be discussion as to what steps are needed to move forward with our election process locally. So I did inform Reverend Ford that, in all good faith, it's unfortunate that the secretary didn't get this letter so that we could have prevented all of you all coming out here tonight for the purpose of doing the nominations. Because I think, I value my time. I'm sure you value your time. So I would like to just apologize on behalf of the unit for not making you all aware and giving you an update as to the expectations of our October meeting. So I would hope that we could work together to move forward to make sure that we have a fair and honest election. I do plan to, and I hope others as well that is involved in this process will submit information to National so that they can get a complete picture of what has occurred at the local level. It's very difficult to make a decision when you only have one side of the process. So just stay tuned. Yes. Yes. Right. It's very simple, but I wanted to give some information. Yes. As soon as I get a copy of the attachments, I will gladly send the letter along with the attachments to the executive committee. There has not been an official response by a written documentation for our elections for the national. No, I think that she supersedes. Yeah, she's her state president. Did I get that? My name is Kathy.
Kathy said she's gonna ask her question regardless.
Let me say that, and all due respect to you, because I know you just came in. What happened was when Arlene had talked to, I didn't know, and when she went and talked to Reverend Ford, and she was responding because we did not have a copy of the letter. I think she's one of the board members was just asking in response to the letter that was written.
Well, I'm not going to talk. When we do support an investigation, my name is
Okay.
We support an investigation.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's real easy to just follow
Robert's Rules of Orders when someone's speaking and all, and thank you, Arlene, for getting the letter and reading it, but let me finish my statement because in your reading, it has changed some things. I had made the statement that I would send the letter to you with your secretary taking on that responsibility, and my phone ringing when it should be in my pocket. But with her taking on that responsibility, I'm saying this because I know what happens, and if it doesn't get there when you think it should or you haven't gotten it, this is the person that you will contact, and don't bring my phone off the hook. So, yeah. But, well, I mean, you said that you would see to it, and you know your executive committee people, I don't know them. And so that the information is out there. I really hope that, because I'm going to step back, and I really hope that you as a unit will, as the information comes in, I don't know what's going to be said, and when someone asks, did I have any influence? What normally happens is, when they're dealing with a unit in your state, they will come and ask information, or to ask an opinion. I don't know, they don't have to do it, but if they ask me, I will probably give an opinion. But my opinion does not carry the weight that will change the National Association's decision. I think if we're really clear and honest with ourselves, if you're here and you're in the mix, you know what takes place in Cleveland. I hope that you all have a visual image of what you would like to see this unit do. Do you know that Cleveland, Ohio is the largest unit in the state of Ohio? You ought to give yourselves a hand to that. You're the largest one. And not only that, you set the criteria or the example. And there's 70-some units in the state of Ohio to follow. Now, it weren't always, so we just had a big drop from another unit because of stuff going on, and they dropped from where they were down to number 4. So just because you're sitting here today in this position does not mean that this is a sure thing. So I would encourage you to do what is necessary to get through your election. I wish you Godspeed. We've got a lot of work out here to be done, and if we don't do it, then who? And if we don't do it now, then when? God bless you.
Thank you, Ms. McNabb. As part of the text, did you want to have something to say? Okay, hold on.
Now, Arlene,
Could you come back, please? I think what we want to do is follow the edict of the national, based on now the letter you read. That was you. Okay. We want to get that letter in writing with a signature on it from him. And don't say anything. But okay. Yeah. What we did was we want to make sure that the election is correct. That's all that was needed there, to make sure that the election is correct.
How you not gonna know the letter
Properly
you just
done.
signed?
More so than just having an Amos and Andy type thing here like they have in many other places. So we just want to move forward. We just want to move forward. And now, Michael, Mr. Nelson.
We disagree with. I disagree with that. Disagree with. She has the right. But we don't like being made idiots out of. And no one is there to fight civilly in the practice. Now, the fact of the matter was that 5 of our officers who were present, this refer to that moment, she would look at the process, if they were in fact members of the time period. Nobody objected. It was made clear to those persons that they were not, if you remove the no one objected, including the assistant secretary who read the same stuff. The assistant secretary did not disagree with the secretary, so they did the same stuff. So it's impossible for them to disagree. It's impossible. Because they read the same document. Now, Judge Harper, we've been too nice. And I don't think
You better leave her alone. Don't get
I'm saying that we have the right to make a point. The point I'm making is that,
Hey, hold on, let one person speak. Mr. Nelson, you got the floor.
my point is that because there is no impropriety cited at that moment, how did the impropriety come about and what is it? What is it that occurred after that meeting that made this election improper? That's my question. What occurred to make the process improper?
Refer to the parliamentary.
With all due respect, my name is Andre Washington, I'm from the state NAACP. I don't believe, I'm not trying to, folks, I believe that at this time, that all these questions are out of order. Because, let me just explain, he filed a complaint. The national office is the one that ruled on the complaint. There were several things, that's what I'm getting at. There were several things that Arlene said that they cited in there. The national office may have only ruled on two of the several things, one of the several things. My advice is, because all she read was a complaint, Ms. McNabb gave up, all she did was deliver the message. This is not the proper arena to debate it. I believe that you should wait for the national to come in and question the national about what's going on, because I don't believe that you, right now, your job is to chair the meeting, and as a chair, you can't be on either side. So at this time, you cannot debate your own complaint that you put in. So I believe, so that's my recommendation, is to table this until the national office comes in.
Hold on, please, hold on. Okay, so we can, let us do this. So we can either do this in an orderly fashion, because I do believe that all of us are gonna be here when the national come and go. And we have all committed to working together. And I think that it may be healthy for everyone to have an understanding, not debating, that's not what I'm saying. But as a unit, you have to understand that everybody just walked in this door and just find out about this news. And I think that we owe them some courtesy to make some statements, but not in a derogatory, unprofessional way. We need to handle ourselves in a professional way so that we don't continue to do or grow into this bitter infighting. That is the last thing we need to do. So, well, I think that some things, though, you're right that we can officially address it on an official level. However, I would like to thank these people in this room I've worked with for a very long time. And we've agreed and disagreed, and we've come back together to work together. And in the end, when this is all said and done, we are still going to be here together, folks. So I think, President, if you would indulge some conversation about it, just so that people can get an understanding. And it doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to debate. That's not what I'm asking you to do. Okay. I just think that it would be fair for everyone, the general body, just to have an understanding of what is actually going on. And right now they don't have that. So it just briefly, President Bailey, I'm not trying to stir anything up. I know that you're going to be gone, quite honestly, and the national is going to be gone, and we still need to figure out a way to work together. And so while we're here, I think that it would do us some good, just so that we can have some exchange to clear up some misunderstandings, so that we can begin the healing process, because obviously there's some things there that needs to be addressed.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. Ms. McDaniel?
I'm not going to add anything. I'm a resident, and I won't say anything else. As an adult, and most of us here are, well, a lot of you here, and I know are professionals and don't lack understanding. When we are told to cease and desist from anything to do with the election process, that's not a real hard thing to understand. The other thing about it is, the more there is a lack of understanding or concern, the more it is discussed, the more questions come up. And if you don't really know what the answers are, the only thing you can do is add to it and not delineate or remove. So what I am suggesting to you all, as a unit, and many, whether you hear it or not, will be a decision that you all will make, because whatever fallout from this will be, you're right. I'll be, never in conference, I'm all over the state of Ohio, but I'll be gone from here. And you'll be hearing the same people that you have been an example for, the same ones that are already recognizing you for coming against this lawsuit and see you in a positive light. These will be the same people that you'll be exposed to when you go on. So sometimes the hardest thing there is to do is to move an agenda, is to stand still where you were instructed, and to wait until, because when it comes in black and white, you don't have to ask anything. You see it there, and you'll have it in your hand, and you'll have something. Because right now, you don't think you have time.
Well, and I respect that. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I respect it. I think it is up to the body. You know, if you want to, if you all don't want to have a discussion, then not to have a discussion. Okay.
I object to that.
And go from there, so that we can stay cohesive as a body. So if you all do not want to have this conversation, then vote on it and say you want to have a conversation. But before we do that, you all have been, there's been a nominating committee before past time. Please understand that this is not an official. So we are adhering to the process of ceasing and desist from this election. So please do not think that this is the official report. This is not. And actually, you know, I don't know if you all want to sit them on the table on your way out, but this is not official. Okay?
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. It is not official, and we are going to follow the edict of the national office and hear from them and get the letter in writing from them as to how we will proceed. That's the only way it's going to go, and that's the only way we are going to do this. Now, Mr. Ewing? Ms. Arlene, do you want to answer in this call? Just answer